I am Iron Man. Iron Man. Okay, with the Avengers coming out next week in the UK, I've kind of decided I'm going to review all 5 films that lead up to the Avengers. So today, Monday, I will be reviewing Iron Man. Tuesday, I'll review The Incredible Hulk. Wednesday, Iron Man 2. Thursday, Thor. And then Friday, Captain America. And then hopefully, early on Thursday morning, I'll be reviewing, next week I will be reviewing The Avengers. But right now, let's get on to reviewing Iron Man, shall we? The plot of the story starts off, Tony Stark is a kind of guy that he doesn't really give a shit. You know, he has the lifestyle, he has the cars, the women, the house, you know, he has everything, right? He goes to somewhere around Iraq, or I think it's somewhere Iraq or Iran, display this new missile. Upon when he's been driven in the Humvee, the Humvees get attacked. His heart, someone ends up getting infected in his heart. They build a sort of heart piece to sort of keep him alive. He's in a cave with this guy Jensen, and while in there, they are supposed to build this missile that he was displaying with his own weapons that they've managed to get a hold of, right? So instead of doing that, what they end up doing is they build a new chest piece for Tony Stark, and they build a suit in order to break out. Tony wears the suit, and they realise that it's not going to ever happen. Jensen sacrificed himself in order for it to happen. So Tony breaks out with the suit, it crash landed, he ends up getting rescued, and upon when he returns, he calls a press conference where he stops all manufacturing of weapons and try to explore different fries. But secretly what he decides to do is he wants to stop his weapons getting, you know, in the wrong hands. So he builds a new suit, a suit that later becomes Iron Man, and then just to tackle all these sort of missiles and destroy them all. So what's good about the film? Actually quite a lot. First off, right, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark really good, and he is Tony Stark for me. This is the Tony Stark that we are needing, and I can't see anyone taking his role just now. Gwyneth Paltrow plays Pepper Potts, and a very convincing Pepper Potts, very believable. You know, she's very attractive in a way that she has to be, and she's very independent, which normally some assistants aren't. You know, they're very needy of their boss, and sometimes they want to be famous through their boss. But to be honest, Jeff Bridges, who plays Obadiah Stane, kills it in this role. He's superb. The guy is a great actor, and oh god, he is really good in this film. Also, some of when Tony Stark becomes Iron Man, the scenes are just fantastic. My best scene is where he's flying around and a tank shell hits him, he falls to the ground, wakes up, he stands up, and then the tank hits him, but he dodges, he fires his own tiny little missile, and as it hits him, that's the tank, he sort of walks away casually, and then the tank just blows up. That, to me, is the best scene. And there's a really, really cool fight scene at the end of the film, and it's kind of like David freed Goliath kind of thing, right? No spoilers here, I'm not spoiling the whole film. Plus, Agent Coulson, this is where we first see Agent Coulson in this film, and even he was still a badass in this film, and can't wait to see him in the Avengers. What's bad about the film though? The guy that plays Rhodey, I mean, I don't get him. I mean, alright, the thing is, Rhodey and Tony Stark are friends forever, like they've been friends probably since high school or whatnot, but in this I just don't believe it. To me he just seems like a friend that he met during a business trip or something, and I just don't see the connection very well. Other than that, some of the other characters, they kind of get wiped away, you know, they don't really care much, like the driver for Tony Stark, you know, you don't really see much of him in it. And the hot, like, reporter chick, you don't really, she's only in it, like, what, 3 or 4 scenes throughout the whole film, and I think they should have done a wee bit more to her, because she kind of, like, you know, makes Iron Man Iron Man. But what's ugly about the film, just one thing, there are references to the whole Iron Man universe, and I think that's a really nice touch, considering I've watched Iron Man since when it was on TV, like in the 90s. And I kind of know some of them, but to anyone who doesn't, and you know, you get that sort of, you're sitting there in the geek and he's fanning out, and you're like, what the hell he just said something, you know. Some people are going to feel like, what did he mean by that, and they're going to feel quite confused, like, is this supposed to lead off to something? And yeah, it kind of gets a bit annoying, but other than that, hell, this film is just great. Which kind of leads off to the score, because as I said, this film gets the great score. So great, it's not epic, but it's great. And for numbers, 8.5. That is like the highest I can give it, because there are a couple of things that are wrong with it, but other than that, it's like one of the best Marvel films I've ever seen in a while. Well, along that sort of time period. Well, from me and Iron Man, we'll see you next time.